Do all of you still get along? Or did you not get along or what? You know, because that's another thing. When I talk to a lot of the groups, they talk about how the biggest problem is just getting along with each other.
Well, you know, it's like being married or being a member of a family. You know, there's always strife. You know, people that live together fight a lot. But we went through a period of kind of it was really getting strained. I think when you're creating well, when the music is going well, everybody's happy. It's only when you know, when your creativity kind of dies off a little bit, then everybody starts feeling the strain, you know.
Not to touch the earth, not to see the sun, nothing left to do but run, run, run. Let's run. Let's run. House upon the hill, moon is lying still, shadows of the trees, witnessing the wild breeze. Come on, baby, run with me. Let's run. Run with me. Run with me. Run with me. Let's run. The mansion is warm at the top of the hill. Rich are the rooms and the comforts there. Red are the arms of luxuriant chairs. And you won't know a thing till you get inside. Dead president's corpse in the driver's car. The engine runs on blue and tar. Come on along, not going very far, to the east to meet the Tsar. Run with me. Run with me. Run with me. Let's run. Some outlaws live by the side of a lake. The minister's daughter's in love with the snake, who lives in a well by the side of the road. Wake up, girl, we're almost home. Hey, come! We should see the gates of morning. We should be inside the evening. Sun, sun, sun. Burn, burn, burn. Sound, sound, sound. Move, move, move. I will take you.
I am the Lizard King. I can do anything.
Take one.
Give me a shot, Harry.
All right, let's ante
Some of the criticism has been about the kind of music. You know, it seemed to have been, I don't know, rougher or maybe more revolutionary at the beginning, and then it seemed to have gotten more, I don't know, sweeter, you know, more top 40. Were you aware of that happening?
I don't agree with that. I just think the music keeps getting better and better. It gets more subtle and more sophisticated, musically and lyrically. Besides, you know, if you keep saying the same old thing over and over, I mean, it's bound to get boring, right? Who wants to hear revolution 24 hours a day?
No, I don't think that was it. I don't think it was just the lyrics or something. It had more to do with sort of that overall sound in the song "Hello, I Love You." That was one of the ones that I think you caught a lot of criticism for.
You know, that song, I wrote that very early, about 3 years ago. If you listen to the lyrics, you know, maybe it's the arrangement. I like it. Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you. Let me jump in your game. She's walking down the street, blind to every eye she meets. Do you think you'll be the guy to make the queen of the angels sigh? Forget the rest of it. Anyway, oh, do you hope to pluck this dusky jewel? I would, you know, I wouldn't say that's such a bad lyric.
Or maybe it was the arrangement then, but you know, it had a, I don't know, I remember when I first heard it, and then at the end of the song, the DJ said that was the Doors. I said, what? No, it didn't sound the same, or even like it. It wasn't just that I wanted to hear more of the same. There was almost no connection.
Yep, we're just full of surprises, Howard.
I'm John Densmore of the Doors. I'm at the Whiskey A Go-Go, where we got our start, and really enjoying being on this mod orange kit that I used to have back in the day, which Ludwig has replicated beautifully. I like a tight little bass drum, tight little sound rather than the big one. And these tom-toms, they're small, but they bark back, and I love it. I don't know, it's just my sound.
Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game. Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game. She's walking down the street, blind to every eye she meets. Do you think you'll be the guy to make the queen of the angels sigh? Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game. Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game. She holds her head so high, like a statue in the sky. Her arms are wicked and her legs are long. When she moves, my brain screams out this song. Sidewalk crouches at her feet, like a dog that begs for something sweet. Do you hope to make her
Welcome to part 3 of my Doors album deep dive series. Today I'm talking about their third studio album, Waiting for the Sun. It was released on July 3rd, 1968, and was the Doors' only #1 album. It was recorded between January and May 1968. The band had exhausted their backlog of original songs, having used almost all their early material for the first 2 albums, and recording sessions for the third were fraught with tension. Producer Paul Rothchild had become a perfectionist, requiring the band to record multiple takes, and Jim Morrison was becoming increasingly unreliable in the studio as his alcohol intake substantially increased. Frustrated at the lack of progress and toxic studio atmosphere, John Densmore walked out of the recording sessions and briefly considered leaving the band. Having written little new material, the original idea was for an entire side of the new record to comprise a suite of Morrison poems entitled Celebration of the Lizard. The composition was recorded but ultimately scrapped, with Not to Touch the Earth being the sole section of the suite to make the final album. This is my cassette version, and I love how they incorporate the back photograph on the artwork for this. I have no idea why they did that. I think they could have easily have taken the photograph this way, but whatever. I think it's kind of cool when you have different artwork for the cassette than you do on the vinyl version. This is my remastered CD copy of the album, so right there you have it. And the vinyl version I have is a Rhino repress. It sounds great, so I don't mind that it's not an OG copy. I don't hate Waiting for the Sun. It's definitely not one of my favorite Doors albums. I don't hate any Doors song or any Doors albums, but the songs on Waiting for the Sun are just the weakest of the bunch. I think for me, Waiting for the Sun and Soft Parade are probably my 2 least favorite Doors albums. The Doors had just been struggling to come up with new material, and you could hardly blame them. They came out with 2 albums in 1967. In 1968, they were touring constantly, so there wasn't a whole lot of time to write new material, and this album definitely shows. But anyway, let's get into the songs on this record. So it opens with Hello, I Love You, which was written in 1965 and first performed by Manzarek's band Rick and the Ravens. The lyrics were inspired by a girl Morrison had seen walking along Venice Beach. Robbie Krieger denied that the song's riff was borrowed from the Kinks' All Day and All of the Night, although allegedly an out-of-court settlement was reached with Ray Davies. Nonetheless, the song was the most overtly pop-oriented composition by the Doors to date and spent 2 weeks at the top of the charts. The second song, Love Street, is also one of the more insubstantial Doors songs to date. It's a bouncy tune with a sprightly Manzarek organ rhythm and some minimal guitar from Krieger. Morrison dedicated the song to his girlfriend Pamela Corson. The song is one of the first instances where Morrison would provide a spoken word narration.
On Love Street, lingers long on Love Street. She has a house and garden. I would like to see what happens. She has robes and she has monkeys, lazy diamond-studded flunkies. She has wisdom and knows what to do. She has me and she has you.
Not to Touch the Earth is a segment taken from the longer thematic piece Celebration of the Lizard. The title is taken from 2 sub-chapters in James Frazier's book, The Golden Bough. It has ominous organ, claustrophobic lyrics, and a driving rhythm that accelerates as the song progresses. It's one of my favorite songs on the album, and one of the few songs here that would have fit well on the first two albums. Summer's Almost Gone was one of the first songs Morrison wrote back in 1965, and definitely one of the weakest. Had the band not been short of new material, the song probably would not have made the album at all. It has some interesting slide work from Krieger, but otherwise there's not much to recommend it. Wintertime Love is another song with a seasonal theme, this time performed as a waltz with heavy organ and harpsichord from Manzarek. Compared to the material from the first two albums, this song seems a little bland and uninspired. The last song on side one, Unknown Soldier, is one of two overtly political songs on the album and was apparently inspired after Morrison visited the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery on November 25th of the previous year. It has an epic anthemic quality to it, and the lyrics and arrangement are very dramatic, particularly in the middle section with a firing squad, and at the end with the sound of a cheering crowd.
Wait until the war is over and we're both a little older. The unknown soldier. Breakfast where the news is read, television, children fed, unborn living, living dead. Bullet strikes the helmet's head, and it's all over for the unknown soldier. It's all over for the unknown soldier. Make a grave for the unknown soldier, nestled in your hollow shoulder. The unknown soldier. Breakfast where the news is read, television, children fed. Bullet strikes the helmet's head. It's all over. The war is over. It's all over. War is
Side 2 opens with Spanish Caravan, which has a brilliant Spanish guitar piece by Krieger before it transforms into an exotic piece of Latin rock. I love Krieger's fuzz guitar and Manzarek's haunting organ. Definitely one of the highlights on the album for me. The next song, My Wild Love, is performed almost entirely a cappella with a vocal chorus, hand clapping, and foot stomping, which was provided by anyone who happened to be present in the studio at the time. Robbie Krieger has gone on record as saying he hates this song. I don't mind it. I think it's definitely an unusual song. I like the fact that it's so different from anything the Doors had tried before. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
My wild love went riding, she rode all the day. She rode to the devil and asked him to pay. The devil was wiser, it's time to repent. He asked her to give back the money she spent. My wild love went riding, she rode to the sea. She gathered together some shells for her head.
The next track, We Could Be So Good Together, is a song with a relatively unimaginative arrangement and is one of the weaker tracks on the album, in my opinion. There's some more cool fuzz guitar from Krieger, which saves the song from being completely pedestrian.
Tell you lies, I tell you wicked lies. Tell you lies, tell you wicked lies. Tell you about the world that we'll invent, wanting world without lament. Enterprise, expedition, invitation, and invention. Yeah, so good together. Ah, so good together. We could be so good together. Yeah, we could. No, we could.
The next song, Yes, the River Knows, was written by Krieger and not his best set of lyrics by a long shot. The song has a cocktail jazz feel to it, and it's pretty forgettable. 5 to 1 was a song composed by the band in the studio and is as close to heavy metal as anything the Doors would record. The song moves through various sections with a powerful marching drum beat by Densmore and some blistering guitar work by Krieger, which probably motivated Morrison to give one of his most affecting and impressive vocal performances. So anyway, that is my take on the album. You know, like I say, I like all the Doors albums. I'm not going to crap on this album. It's just a little weaker than I feel some of the other albums in their discography, but I do love it and I do listen to it quite a bit. But anyway, that's my take. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hope you are enjoying these deep dives and take care.
You see, I gotta go out in this car with these people and get